Good day, friends. Today we will discuss obsolescence in valuation and we will discuss certain case studies which will make the things clear about obsolescence. So, in this part or in this video, we will learn what is obsolescence, what are its type, how it affects the value of the building, what is curable obsolescence and which is what is incurable obsolescence, and in the end we will do one example where a, we will take a case studies to find the value the of a real estate property with cost approach, where the value of the land will be calculated by market approach and the value of the building will be calculated by cost approach. How it is done, we will discuss in this video. The first thing is you have to know what is obsolescence. So basically, it is a state, or we can define it as a state of being which occurs when an object, service, or practice is no longer wanted. When these things are no longer wanted, even though they may still be in good working order, the object or the service or the practice, they may be in good working order, but they are no longer wanted. If such condition occurs, we say that obsolescence has occurred. So there, so a owner may have some control over this obsolescence or may not have some control over this obsolescence. It will depend upon the type of obsolescence which is affecting the real estate building. So in case of real estate asset, obsolescence may occur due to inadequate public services in the building of which you are doing valuation, or if there are lack of some certain facilities in the building, or the building is situated in a narrow street, or it is affected by heavy traffic in a residential neighborhood, or it is affected because of its proximity to inharmonious industrial area or commercial land use, etc. So it will depend upon what type of a solace it is and whether it is curable or incurable. Basically, th- the most important thing is economic obsolescence, which is incurable. It cannot be cured and it affect value of land as well as value of improvement. Improvement means any improvements done over the land. So what are type of obsolescence? There are many types of obsolescence. First one is technological obsolescence. So where why this occurs? This type of obsolescence occurs when advancement in technology. See here, when advancement in technology make existing building systems, structures or features outdated or less efficient. Means with the change in time there is always an advancement in technology. But if the buildings they are being affected because of these things such as existing building structures or features, they become outdated because of advancement in technology. We call it as technological obsolescence. So what it can do? It can affect buildings' functionality, desirability, and value of the building. What are the examples? We may take some examples. First one is outdated infrastructures. So with the change of time, older buildings may lack necessary infrastructure to support modern technology. So in the modern buildings, you require high-speed internet, smart home system, and advanced security features. If the older buildings are not capable of providing these facilities, so they will become obsolete. And second thing is energy efficiency. These days the buildings are constructed energy efficient. Energy efficient means newer technologies are being incorporated in them, such as smart thermostats, LED lighting, or advanced HVAC systems, which we cannot provide which were not there in the older buildings and which cannot be replaced if the building is incapable of doing so. We call them that the building has become obsolete. Why? Because it will have higher operational cost. The existing building will have higher operational cost that will lead to less attractive to the tenants or the buyers. Third one is building system. So now certain systems such as elevator. So nowadays the elevators or safety systems are such that, our plumbing systems are such that they are much better than the older systems. They have become obsolete because, for example, we take the example of modern elevators. They are provided with smart control and energy saving features which were not there in the older ones. And then sustainability, this term sustainability. What is sustainability? And uh, nowadays the buildings are constructed, sustainable buildings are constructed. So sustainability is becoming more and more important. So if the building is incapable of incorporating green technology such as solar panels or rainwater harvesting system, we call that the building is not sustainable and it may be considered an obsolete building. And most important thing is building should be able to adapt the modern technology. If the building is capable of adopting, then it is good. If it is not capable of adopting modern technologies, then we call that this is a building has become obsolete. So modern buildings, we design the modern building in such a way that they are able to adapt future technological changes. So older buildings, they were not designed as so. So we may say that older buildings that cannot be easily retrofitted to accommodate new technology may face obsolescence, technological obsolescence. So what technological obsolescence can do? It can lead to increased maintenance cost. It can lower property values, and it will be difficult to attract tenants or buyers. So what you need to do to mitigate this technological obsolescence? You need to invest a lot of money for upgrade and renovations to keep the buildings up to date with current technological standards. Next is physical deterioration or physical obsolescence. This is because of this is basically loss of value. This is basically loss of value. This is what we have discussed in depreciation part. It is because of natural forces, normal use, wear and tear, breaking, insect infestation, strain, compression, friction, or other forces, and of course, use of construction materials. So This type of deterioration is called physical obsolescence. So what we can do, we can reduce physical deterioration. How we can reduce physical deterioration? By maintenance. But you remember, you cannot entirely wipe it out. And then there are two types of uh, obsolescence, physical obsolescence. One is curable and incurable. So what is curable and what is incurable? Let us suppose you have a building. Its value as on today is 50 lakh, but it has certain physical deterioration or physical obsolescence which you can remove by investing an amount of 10 lakh, so that the total becomes 60 lakh. Now if you are able to sell this building for more than 60 lakh, means for 65 or 70 lakh, then it is curable. We call it curable. But if you are not able to sell it for more than 60 lakh, if it is being, even after spending 10 lakh, you are able to sell it for 62 lakh, sorry, a bit less than 60 lakh, then we call it that the building obsolescence is incurable. Third one is functional obsolescence. This functional obsolescence, it is decline in value. What is functional obsolescence? It is decline in value. Why? Because of its outdated architectural design, outdated building style, inadequate or oversized, outdated amenities, local conditions, and changing technology. That is called a functional obsolescence. So functional obsolescence is loss in the value due to inability of the structure to form adequately for the function for which it was used. So it is also two type. It may be of curable or incurable, as we have already discussed what is curable and what is incurable. So it will lead to lower the value of the property because of because the buyers will perceive a loss in utility. So they will offer lower price due to reduced demand. Next one is curable and incurable. We have already discussed what is curable and what is incurable. So curable function of solace, what you can do, you can change old fashioned electrical fittings, bathroom fittings, and kitchen fixtures. These are examples of functional obsolescence that can be cured. Depending upon the, this thing is, you have to check whether the cost of doing so is economically justified or not. And if it is not economically justified, then we will call it as incurable functional obsolescence. Means when the expense of cost of correcting the condition outweighs the value improvement, the condition is said to be incurable obsolescence. So certain examples of incurable obsolescence are out of date architecture, awkwardly laid out rooms, buildings without garages, inadequate spacing in warehouses, and inadequate frontage on commercial buildings. So there are two examples of function obsolete due to its location. One is a large custom built home in a far off neighborhood, or a small poor quality home in a neighborhood with high property values. So and last one is economic obsolescence. So remember, economic obsolescence is due to external factors. This is decline in property value because of external factors. So first thing is due to external factor. Second thing is owner has little or no ability to change these factors. Do you remember two things? First thing is because of external factor, and second thing is owner has little or no ability to change such factors that are negatively affecting the value of the property. For example, zoning changes. If there is change in zone, the building was first in the commercial zone. Now, all of a sudden, the zone has been changed to residential zone. That owner has no ability to change that. A recession in the market or adverse traffic pattern changes, construction of public nuisance properties and utilities near his building, such as country jail, sewer treatment plant, etc., in close proximity to his property. This is economic obsolescence. So we were taking certain examples that will make the things clear. So one thing you have to remember that there is no method to calculate obsolescence. It is only the experience of the valuer that he may estimate how much the building has obsolete. Example, Punjab government has proposed to convert a heritage building 80 years old located on Mall Road of Kapurthala city into government museum. The expenditure of for full renovation and retrofitting of the building is 1 crore 72 lakh to bring this to normal working condition. So there are 7 8 MCQ type which may be asked the examination. First is what type of this building it is. It is already given this is heritage building. So this type of building is heritage building. It is given to you. What type of obsolescence due to a locational aspect? It is economical. So it is situated in Mall Road, Kapurthala. So it is economical. What type of obsolescence is rectified by the government in this case? Government has rectified its functional obsolescence by changing this building to a government museum. Does the obsolescence rectified by the government is viable? No, because to earn money, what the government can do, they can get revenue by from the tickets for this government museum. But the revenue, it is not easier to collect revenues of such amount from the tickets. So that is why we will say that obsolescence is not rectified by the government is not viable. So how it can be made viable? By converting this building into star museum. So if this building is converted into star hotel, what type of monetary benefit to the government? It will be economically viable. It will become economically viable. So is it possible to demolish the old building and build a new commercial building? So it is not easier to convert the heritage building into commercial building. No. Can this property be mortgaged with the bank? No, you cannot mortgage the heritage building with the bank. Next is Mr. Pradeep has constructed two-story residential building in 1985. Year of construction is 1985. Covered area of each floor is 1500 square feet. Two-storied building 1500 square feet. It means total covered area is 3000 square feet, which is given to you total built-up area. The building was constructed in 1985 for 18 lakh 25,000. It is called historic value, historic cost. Plot area is 12,500 square feet, which is given to you. The prevailing land rate in the locality is 6,500 square feet per square feet. prevailing land rate, and replacement cost of construction is 2,700 in 2023. The height of the building is 2.75 meter and the plinth is now 0.60 meter below ground level. Means at the time of construction building may be that this is the ground level and it will have some plinth height, but now due to reconstruction of roads, it has become its plinth has become 0.60 meter below ground level. So after the formation of rural, what is the value of the property for the owner? Assume 10% salvage value, and technical obsolescence may be considered as 0.6% per annum. So because of this factor, technical obsolescence is given to you 0.60% per annum. The balance life of the building is 22 years, which is given to you. So these are the things which are given to you. Balance life is 22 years. See, you are doing valuation in 2023. Building was constructed in 1985 and still 22 years is balance life is left. So so this is age of the building 38 years. 2023 minus 1985 38 years plus 22 years is the balance life. So total life of the building is 60 years. So what is the total value of the property in 2023? Cost of land 2500 into 6500 per square feet rate is given to you 1 crore 62 lakh 50,000. Cost of construction 3000 square feet is the built up area, 2800 is the rate per square feet 84 lakh. Depreciation, you know the formula C minus S upon N, 100 years 100% minus 10% upon 61.5% per year. Age of the building 38 year as we have already discussed. Total depreciation 1.5 into 38, 57% has depreciated. So depreciation value will be 0.7457 multiplied by 84 lakh 47 lakh 88,000. Technical obsolescence is given to you as 0.60%, means 0.006 multiplied by age of the building, which is 38, multiplied by the original cost or replacement cost 84 lakh. It is 19 lakh 15,200. So total depreciation will be 47 lakh 88,000 plus 19 lakh 15,200. So depreciated value of the building will be 84 lakh minus 47 lakh 88,000 minus 19 lakh 15,200. It is 16 lakh 96,800. So total market value of the land plus value of the building. So 1 crore 79 lakh 46,800 is the total market value of the property. So now that you can answer all the question, what type of obsolescence has occurred? This is technological obsolescence, you know. So either building can be renovated to bring it to modern standards. You cannot do so because it has its plinth level below ground level. So you cannot rectify it. So what is the total amount of depreciation? We have already discussed. You get sum of 47 lakh 88,000 physical depreciation and obsolescence of 67 lakh 3,200. What is the depreciated replacement cost value building? You have calculated 16 lakh 96,800. What is the total market value? You have calculated 1 crore 79 lakh 46,800. What is the cost acquisition cost of building? It is given to you 18 lakh 25,000. Which method you have used for depreciation? You have used straight line method for depreciation. And what is the depreciation cost of the building? You have calculated depreciated cost of the building 47 lakh 88,000. This is depreciated cost of it. So remember, So here he is asking you only physical depreciation. See here, so it is 47 lakh 88,000. A residential building house was constructed in 1990 in the suburbs of Karnal. The building consists of 325 millimeter thick walls with a roof height of 3.3 meter with trajo flooring. The building was self-occupied by the owner. The roofing was of burden and girder. The owner replaced to RCC roofing in 2013. The other details are as given below. Plot area is 500 square meter, built up area 250 square meter, prevailing land rate is 2023 35,000 per square meter, prevailing cost of construction in 2023 25,000 per square meter, useful life 80 years. Now see here, for calculating age of the building, first thing is when you will be calculating depreciation, you will be calculating age of the building. So age of the building, what is the age of the building? It will depend upon the age of foundation, not on age of roofing. That is important thing. So age of foundation is, you are doing valuation in 2023, build foundation was constructed in 1990. So see here, this is thing, sorry, the building was constructed in 1980. So age of the building is 43 years, which is age of the foundation. You have to take age of the foundation, not the age of the roofing. So age of the roofing may be 10 years. You have to take age of the foundation, which is 43 years. So you have to calculate value of the building considering the age of the foundation is 90 43 years. Sorry. So this you can calculate the value. Here he has given you functional obsolescence, which is, you have to calculate valuation of the property in 2023, and salvage value is given to you 10% and functional obsolescence cost on total replacement cost as 15%. So cost of land, cost land area multiplied by cost per square meter, 1 crore 75 lakh. Cost of construction 250 square meter is a built up area, 25,000 is per square meter is a rate. So 62 lakh 50,000 rate is the cost of construction. Depreciation per year, C minus S upon N. 100 year 100% minus 10% salvage value, and life is given as 80%, 1.125% per year. Age of the building, as we have already discussed, it is 43 years. Total depreciation will be 1.125 into 40, 48.375%. So depreciation value will be 0.48375 into 62 lakh 50,000, 30 lakh 23,437. So this is depreciation, this is physical depreciation basically. So functional solvency has given 15% of replacement cost. So it is not yearly, it is simply 15% of total replacement cost, 0.15 of 62 lakh 50,000, 9 lakh 37,500. So depreciated value will be 62 lakh 50,000 minus this 30 lakh 23,437 and 9 lakh 37,500. It is approximately 22 lakh 89,000. So total market value cost of land plus cost of building, which is 1 crore 97 lakh 89,000. So based upon these calculations, you can answer these MCQ. What type of solvency is in this case? It is functional obsolescence, you know. So is this obsolescence curable? No, this is not curable. So what is the present replacement cost of the building? we have calculated 62 lakh 50,000. Net replacement cost of net replacement value of the building we have calculated 22 lakh 89,000. And what is total depreciation cost we have calculated 30 lakh 23,000 plus 9 lakh 37,500, 39 lakh 60,500 is the total depreciation cost of the building. So now we'll be taking an example. We have a plot. This is a plot here, and where the building has been constructed like this. This is a ground floor plan of the building. So data is given to you. We will check. So we have to do the value of this. This building is situated at plot number 7. This is plot number 7 where the building is situated. Okay, and this is the layout of the colony where the plot number 7 is located, of which we have to do the valuation, and we have the market data of this plot number 40. So by comparing this these two plots, we will calculate the value of the land by comparing these two. How they we will compare them, we will see. See what are the data given to you. Find the market value of the plot number 7 in Greater Kailash Colony, Jalandhar. The following data is given to you. Plot number 7 for which the valuation is required, that is 7. Date for which market value is required, 31st March 2022. Date of completion of existing construction, it was constructed in 20th December 2010. Area of the plot is 250 square meter. Prevailing bylaws, these are the prevailing bylaws of the area. Up to 150 to 270% site coverage is allowed. 200 to 365% coverage is allowed. 300 to 560% coverage is allowed. So whether the land is freehold or leasehold, this is freehold land. Residential number of stories are permitted are 3. Number of stories already constructed, ground floor has been constructed. Whether the provision against in the foundation to build 2 more stories in future, yes. The analysis of other sale data shows that rise in prices of the plot in of land in and around this colony has been of the order of 10% per annum during the last few years. This is the data which we have collected. Sale data is available for plot number 40 admiring 320 square meter and is located in the same colony, was sold for 30 on 31st March 2021 for 32 lakh. The plot at the time of sale was a vacant plot. See here, with no construction. So this is a specification of the building for which we have to do valuation. The specification followed are as typical higher class government quarters, namely load bearing wall type construction on spread footings with second class teak wood shutters, RCC slab, mud fusca terracing, cement plaster with cement mortar 1:6 etc. with vitrified tile floors are provided. Cost index for 2021 with base as on 1st April 2001 is 317 and for 2022 it is 331. The property is located in a medium class residential colony in urban conglomeration. So how this done is to be done, see here, this plot number 14, see this plot number 40. This was sold approximately, see here, it is given that it was sold on 31st March 2021. So we are doing approximately valuation after 1 year. 1 year has passed. So this plot was sold for 32 lakh. So see here, we will assume, so it is given that there is 10% per annum rise in prices in the last few years. So we will assume that same percentage increase in value. So first we will apply adjustment due to time gap. So we will assume that third, this plot was 320 square meters. Size of the plot, it was sold for 32 lakhs. It means per square meter rate is 10,000. So 10,000 per square meter. So per we will calculate the rate per unit. So with the increase of 10% from this to this, so the value accordingly the value adjusted value will be 10,000 into 1.1 11,000 per square meter. This is first you have to apply adjustment due to time gap. Second is adjustment due to number of open sites. See, this plot was single sided. Our plot is a corner plot. So because of this corner plot, we will apply a proposed we will propose a plus 5% enhancement in rate because of two-sided plot. Second thing is locational advantage. See here, this plot is our plot is opposite to park, but this is not opposite to park. So and it is on the main road. So, we will apply that, for this also. But as of now, you must consider two things. One, it is situated on main road, it is on the interior road, and it is opposite to the park. So because of this locational advantage, we propose an enhancement of plus 5%. Then adjustment due to difference in permissible ground coverage. So as you know, permissible gross for up to two here it 200 to 300 permissible coverage is 65%. See here, and above 300 permissible coverage is 60%. Our plot, which is of 250 square meter, it falls in this range. So we can have 65% coverage, and the plot which was sold, it can, which is 32 square meter, it can have 60% coverage. So we have an advantage of having 5% more coverage. So because of this, we calculate adjustment maybe work out for higher coverage 65 minus 60 upon 68.33%. So we can have 8.33% plus 8.33%, but with the higher site coverage, it will lead to reduction in enjoyment of open spaces. So for that we reduce 3.33%. So net adjustment is 5%. Then nearness to commercial area, because it is situated on the main road, but we, there will be two things. One thing, it will be nearer to the commercial area, but it will lead to other problems also, that the property is sometimes used for commercial. In modern area, commercial plot fetch more prices as compared to purely residential plot. But it is, however, summer time, what happens is, because it is situated in main road, it may be subjected to noise pollution and traffic congestion. So if there is some advantage, there are certain disadvantages also. For this reason, we will propose 0% adjustment for this nearness to commercial area, and adjustment due to constraint in design choice. So the plot for which data is available, it was a vacant plot or virgin plot, we can say, or vacant plot. So you have the uh, authority to design the building as per your requirement. But you are doing the valuation of a building which has already been constructed. You can, it is not easy to change the design of the building. So for that, we will assume a minus 10% adjustment we assume. So these are some certainly arbitrarily percentages which you can assume according to your experience and the site inspection. So the total adjustment required will be for all these things is plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 0 minus 10%, total is 5%. So 5% of 11,000, so the value of land becomes 11,550 per square meter. So market value of the land 250 into 11,500, 28 lakh 75,000. So this is the market value of the land. Then cost of construction. So for cost of construction, we calculate it as per CPWD PLN 3 rate 2021 was available to us. We are doing valuation in 2022. So we will apply indexation for 2022. How it is done, we will discuss in the next slide. So this is the area of plinth area which is given. Load bearing construction, floor height 3 meter, single story building, 120 square meter is the area. Rate as per CPWD 2023 plinth area rate for such type of building with such type of specification 1760640 per square meter. So this is the amount 21 lakh 16,800. Then extra for making stronger foundation to take load of two additional stories. So the area will be making stronger for two additional stories. So two additional stories we assume the same site coverage, same per 120 into 2, 240, rate is 620, it becomes 1,48,800. Extra for termite proof treatment, you can do add any type of work, or you can remove any type of work from here as per your requirement. So here we are assuming that termite proof treatment is done with all these things as per the specifications. So this is the perimeter, this is a rate perimeter of the building, this is a rate. So this is the amount. Overhead water tank 20 lit 1000 liter is the capacity, and 20 rupees is per liter rate, so it is 20,000. Internal for water supply and sanitation, you have to take 9% of these costs. Civil external connections 1.25%, you can add electrical connections 3.75%, internal electrical connections 12.5%, you can add all these costs. Local body approvals 1.25%, these are all given in your CPWD plinth area rates. For boundary walls 36 meter is the length of boundary wall, this is a rate, this will be the 3 lakh 48,300. So total is 32 lakh 18,778.8. This is a value in 2021. So you are doing valuation in 2022. For that you have to do indexation. So for indexation you multiply it with the CII in this way, 331 upon 370 on all items. So this becomes 33 lakh 60,933. So this is the replacement cost of the building. How it you can do, you can add any item or you can remove any item from here. So this is the replacement cost. Now you have to find depreciated replacement cost. For depreciation replacement cost, you have to apply depreciation. So depreciation, you know, the building is 12-year-old. We assume that 10% is salvage value when it has outlived its economical life. So we can calculate depreciation for 12 years. 12 100 minus 10 upon 60, you know, formula C minus S upon N. This is depreciation per year. You multiply it with the age, which is age is 12 years, and this is the cost, replacement cost. So this is a depreciation. This will give you depreciation, which is 6,04,968. So value of the building, from the cost, replacement cost, you deduct the depreciation. This is approximately the cost of the building. So you add cost of land and cost of building. This is 56 lakh 31,000 is the value of the building. So this is a procedure generally which is adopted by the valuers for calculating the value of the building by cost approach. So in cost approach, you know, you apply for building, you for land you apply market approach, and for building you apply cost approach, and how it is to be applied we have already discussed. So this is all about cost approach. Thank you friends, have a nice day.